What's up, guys? Welcome into Around the ICC European Edition with me, Kevin Egan. And on this week's show, I'm going to tell you why Ronaldo and Zlatan continue to prove that, yes, age is only a number. We analyse Leo Messi and if he'll stay or go at Barcelona, and I want your thoughts on that one. And I break down the fitness and form of the US players ahead of a massive week in the Champions League. Let's go. To England we go. The Premier League is impossible to predict. Over the weekend we saw Liverpool and Manchester City scraping by to grab all 3 points. For Man City, Ruben Diaz is a rock at the back, brilliant alongside Laporte and a really good signing. Speaking of steady backlines, Chelsea have now kept 4 clean sheets in a row, and they hit Burnley for 3 at Turf Moor. No Pulisic, who picked up an injury in the warm-ups, and his replacement, Timo Werner, was then on target. Finally, Arsenal fans were buzzing after the Gunners ended a 14-year drought by winning at Old Trafford. And speaking of droughts, it was Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang that scored the winner from 12 yards out. 1 step forward, followed by 1 step back for Man United. It's their worst start to a season in 7 years in the Premier League. And finally, Gareth Bale, back to scoring ways for his beloved Spurs, heading home, a match winner, a result that sees Jose Mourinho's Spurs go second in the league. They're unbeaten since opening day. To La Liga we go, where Barcelona are now 4 games in the league without a victory after a draw at Alaves. And the thing is, they played well. I genuinely think things are going in the right direction for Ronald Koeman. Oh, and Griezmann scored, which is welcome news. Speaking of mega money stars that have underperformed, welcome back to Eden Hazard. Real Madrid turned it on against Huesca, and Eden Hazard reminded us all just how good he is with a golazo, a beautiful strike from distance. Only a second goal for Los Blancos. Karim Benzema had a brace as Real Madrid overpowered Huesca at home. Atletico Madrid also picked up all 3 points after a hard-fought win at Osasuna. New signing, former Arsenal man Lucas Torreira, scoring by combining with a former Spurs man, Kieran Trippier. North London doing the business for Atletico Madrid. But this match was all about the classy Joao Felix. Not 1 but 2 goals and an all-round performance that was just truly elite from a ridiculous talent. But none of those teams I've mentioned are top of the La Liga standings right now, because that is Real Sociedad. La Real were scintillating again, winning 4-1 at Celta. To Italy we go, where the most influential stars at the top are showing absolutely no signs of slowing down. Zlatan hit an acrobatic winner at Udinese for the Rossoneri, meaning Milan are still unbeaten and still looking pretty at the summit. Zlatan scored in 6 straight games now. It's absolutely remarkable. Juve were at Spezia, and with the match level at 1-1, Ronaldo returned from COVID quarantine. Off the bench he comes, a quick brace, no bother, CR7 is back. In a wild one in Turin, Lazio trailed 3-2 in stoppage time, but won 4-3 thanks to 95th and 98th minute goals. Atalanta returned to winning ways thanks to Colombian Luis Muriel. Oh, and check out Sassuolo. They go second after an incredible 2-0 victory in Naples against Napoli. That brings us beautifully to our ICC memories. Ronaldo bounced back with an absolute bang in Serie A, and he's the subject of this week's memory, and we're off to the summer of 2013 when Ronaldo introduced his now trademark celebration. It was 3-1 win for Los Blancos over Chelsea on the night in Miami, and Ronaldo had an incredible brace. Absolutely phenomenal. First free kick, second header. Now at 35 years of age, there's simply no stopping CR7. Over in Germany, normality was restored as Bayern Munich returned to the top of the table, with Dortmund taking second place. Why? Well, Leipzig finally slipped up, that's why. Losing 1-0 at Borussia Mönchengladbach. Bayern were nowhere near as ruthless without Robert Lewandowski, but they snuck by at Cologne, winning 2-1. And it was an unlikely hero for BVB. Centre-back Mats Hummels with both goals in a 2-0 win. No Erling Haaland, so Hummels stepped up, and the two had some fun over on social media after the game. With the Champions League on the horizon and US men's national team stars performing brilliantly for big clubs, I decided to check in on the form and fitness of some players ahead of the big games. Christian Pulisic. He had scored against Krasnodar last week, his first of the season, but he felt an issue with his hamstring before the Burnley match, so didn't play. He's now a major doubt as Chelsea host Rennes. Similar situation with Tyler Adams, although it's not a muscular or structural injury. Julian Nagelsmann said his injury is solely, quote, pain. So he should be back soon, hopefully. He was on the bench at Old Trafford but didn't feature, and he was left out of the squad for Leipzig in their 1-0 loss at Gladbach. My prediction is he returns for this huge game at home against Paris Saint-Germain, a rematch of the Champions League semi-final. In a 3 for Barcelona, Serginho Dest has started from the bench in the last 2 matches, and Sergio Roberto gets the nod ahead of him at right back. He did really well though, Dest, when he came on, joining the action against Alaves and nearly scored a winner after a lovely hit from distance. Now Barcelona return home. Wednesday's game is against Dinamo Kiev, and I reckon Dest starts for this one. At 2, fresh off his first Champions League start, Gio Reyna made a late cameo in Borussia Dortmund's 2-0 win at Arminia Bielefeld. He's fit and raring to go for Dortmund's clash against Belgian side Club Brugge. That's a match I think we'll see another American involved in, on the bench at least, Ethan Horvath for Bruges, although he'll most likely not get a game with Simon Mignolet starting. Weston McKennie started, had an assist and played 60 minutes in Juve's away win at Spezia. He's winning over Pirlo, slowly but surely, and I think he'll feature in Hungary against Ferencváros for Juventus. Lionel Messi, will he stay or will he go? That's the question that most Barca fans would love answered right now. Firstly, with Josep Bartomeu resigning, Messi will be happier. But is it enough for him to stay? His contract expires at the end of the season, where he could walk for free. And here's what could happen between now and then. Firstly, he wants a team to be competitive again at the very highest level, and while domestic results have dipped, I've seen a massive improvement for Barcelona with the injection of youth. And we could see Victor Font win the president's role, a man that's keen to bring in the old guard. Back to the club, Pep Guardiola, Xavi Hernandez, but in what roles? Former president Joan Laporta may get it as well, and he's promising big signings. Messi understands the Barcelona way, and I think that's important to point out here. He's lived it since he was 13. The culture within the club, the way in which they play, but more importantly, the way in which the club is run. Més que un club. It's more than a club, and I think Messi's intent to leave during the summer was the greatest sign that Barca had lost touch with its true self. Maybe Messi falling out of love and asking for a divorce with Barcelona will help heal this great club. It certainly seems that way. The election is important, but so too is the emergence of the likes of Ansu Fati and Pedri. There's no fountain of youth available for Messi, but there certainly is for Barcelona, and I think these positive steps forward will keep Messi at the Camp Nou, for the foreseeable future that is, and I would love your thoughts on this topic. ICC 11 time, and this week we are honouring the goal kings from the weekend that was. I'm going with 3-5-2 formation. In goal, Keylor Navas saving a penalty, keeping a clean sheet for PSG. Kyle Walker, clean sheet for City and a match winner against his boyhood club. Mats Hummels scoring 2 goals from centre-back. Kurt Zouma, 4th straight clean sheet for Chelsea, and Zouma bagged himself a 3rd of the season. Chelsea's top goal scorer, joint that is. James Ward-Prowse, 2 goals and an assist for the Saints against Villa. Christian Teo, 2 goals and an assist for Betis. Fede Valverde had a goal and an assist for Los Blancos. Joao Felix put on a clinic in passing, that is, and had himself a brace as well. Gareth Bale scoring his first on returning to Spurs, and a match winner at that from the noggin. Zlatan Ibrahimovic winning the game with his acrobatics, and he had an assist. Karim Benzema, 2 goals and an assist. What performances from those 11 players. Did I get it right? Did I get it wrong? Let me know your thoughts. Folks, we love you, but we gotta go. That's all for this week from around the ICC European Edition. For me, Kevin Egan, and our classy crew, don't forget to check out www.internationalchampionscup.com for all the best content and news from the European game. Until next week, ciao ciao.